Celebrities are always in the spotlight, and every move they make is analyzed under a microscope. A single photo can spark admiration, outrage, or even full-blown conspiracy theories. But let's be real, how often do we stop and ask, what's really going on here? So many of these photos are taken out of context, and the stories that come from them, they're often misleading or straight up false. The media and the public love to jump to conclusions based on a single snapshot without even considering the bigger picture. And honestly, that can be pretty damaging. If we just take a second to dig a little deeper, we can avoid falling for these wild narratives and actually understand what's going on. Social media makes this even more complicated. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok create this illusion that we're getting a behind-the-scenes pass into celebrities' personal lives. But let's be real, most of these images are staged, curated, or completely out of their control. And yet, we still think we know them based on a single image. That's why it's so important to remember that what we see is not always what's real. There's almost always a bigger story behind that picture-perfect post or that scandalous paparazzi shot. And let's not forget our own biases. We all bring our personal experiences, opinions, and cultural conditioning into how we see these photos. Sometimes we don't even realize it, but our preconceptions shape how we interpret what's in front of us. It's like when two people see the same photo, but come up with completely different takes because we see what we expect to see. So if we really want to get the full story, we have to step back and question our assumptions. Now, let's get into some of the most iconic celebrity photos and the real stories behind them. Take Marilyn Monroe's famous subway grate photo, the one with her dress flying up. It's been labeled as the ultimate Hollywood glamour shot, but did you know that moment wasn't spontaneous? It was actually part of filming for the 7-Year Itch, and there was literally a machine blowing up her dress. Over time, the original context got lost, and now people think it was just a candid moment of sexy elegance. Or how about John Lennon and Yoko Ono's Bed-In for Peace photo? The one with them chilling in bed, covered in flowers and peace signs? Yeah, it looks like a totally laid-back, organic moment. But in reality, it was a carefully staged event meant to attract media attention. They knew exactly what they were doing using their star power to push a message. And hey, it worked. Then there's Princess Diana walking through a minefield in Angola wearing that protective vest. That image became a symbol of her humanitarian efforts, but there was more going on behind the scenes. That visit was planned strategically to bring global attention to the dangers of landmines, and while Diana was truly passionate about the cause, the photo wasn't just a random moment, it was meant to send a powerful message. Let's not forget the legendary Elvis Presley and Richard Nixon handshake, the king of rock and roll meeting the president. That's history. But the truth is, Elvis actually requested that meeting because he wanted to be named a federal agent at large to help fight drug abuse. Yeah, let that sink in. That handshake wasn't just a cool photo. Elvis had an agenda. Even Albert Einstein's famous tongue-out photo wasn't what people think. It's been turned into a meme symbolizing his playful personality, but in reality, he was just fed up with photographers swarming him and snapped in a moment of frustration. It wasn't meant to be a quirky PR move, it just happened, and now it's everywhere. The way we see celebrity photos matters. These images shape how we think about these stars, and if we're not careful, we can fall into the trap of believing false narratives. So next time you see a viral photo, take a second and ask yourself, what's the full story here? Because trust me, there's always more than meets the eye. Stay woke, stay aware, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you later, babes.